Right, we are starting now with our lesson for grade 8 mathematics. We are now going to look at the algebraic expressions, particularly the sequence, of operations, which can also be described in words. And of course, in some cases, we can describe this in flow diagrams. Now, feel free at any time, if you have to ask a question or anything, just make sure that you go to the chat or the group chat rather, and then we can take everything from there. I think that the group chat will be one of the most effective ways just to communicate we can share our experiences. Remember that today we will be writing a test, and of course, towards the end of this lesson, or maybe let me rather indicate that the test will be, it is there already. It is in the, it has been uploaded, and you are going to have up until 10 p.m. today to download the test or to answer the test rather, and then submit. You will have to zoom directly into our website. I'm sure that the host can put the link for the test, if possible, on the group chat, and then everyone will be able to get the link. Alternatively, I can also share the link with you. Right, we are proceeding. We are proceeding, and I hope that everybody can be able to hear. I hope that everyone can be able to hear. And then we proceed with our lesson. And of course, the first thing first, we have got a flow diagram, which we just need to use just to make sure that we do not, we find the output. Remember, we're given the input together with the flow, in the flow diagram together with the rule. And then we must use both the rule and the inputs to find the output values. That is the revision that we are going through now to find the output values. Let's find the output values in this instance. Let's find the output values. Let's find the output values. Right, I see that we've got a few people who have now reflected on the group chat. Lisedi, Katleo, Natalie, Asanda, saying that the 8 plus 8 is 16. So I can see there that you had 2 times 2, which is 4. And of course, that is in the first category. The 4 plus 2 gives you, in fact, 4 plus 8 gives you 12. The second one is 4 times 2, which is 8, and 8 plus 8 is 16. Great. That is how we find our output values. I see Katleo has already said 8 times 2 is 16, and 16 plus 8 is 24. Great. Natalie also, Ntantla, and Lesedi as well. Yes, that is correct. That is the correct value. And then we also have Asanda and Katleo together with Lesedi saying 28 for the next one. Yes, 10 times 2 is 20. And then if you add 8 there, you get 29. Tlantla also agrees to say if you multiply 10 by 2, you get 20, and plus 8, you get 28. So 28 is the correct answer there. And then Asanda, I see you say 32. Katleho also finds 32. And then Natalie says 32 as well. And then Tlantla as well says 32. Right, 24 plus 8 is 32. And then Tlantla also says 32. Great. Because if you multiply 12 by 2, you get 24. And then if you add 8 to 24, you'll get 32. So great. That is the correct answer there. That's the correct answer. And then, of course, we proceed. Katao says 18, and then Lesedi also 18. Okay, this is the next one, I believe. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 2 is 18. I agree. Yes, Natalie also agrees. And then let's go to the next one. We have 4 times 8. Let's go to 4 times 8. All right, 4 times 8 is 32. And then plus 2 is 34. Great. Asanda Lesedi Katleho Tlantla. Katleho Joy Mashallah. That is correct. 34 is the correct answer. Right. We are proceeding now to the next one, where we are now multiplying 8 times 8. Remember, we had 4 times 8. Now we're going to 8. 8 times 8 is 64, and then plus 2 is 66. Tinashe Ngube, Katleho Joy Mashallah, Lesedi, and Tlantla. Great. That's correct. That is correct. Can we now move to 10 now? Let's go to the input value of 10. Let's go back to 10. 10 times 8 is 80, and then plus 2 is 82. Great. Tlantla, Asanda, Lesedi, Natalie got it right. So I think Tlantla has already done the last one where you multiplied 12 by 8 to get 96. And of course, if you add 2, don't forget to add 2 to 96. Tinashe, Ngube, Katleho, Joy Mashallah have already added the 2. So they got 98 each. So I agree with you, Tinashe and Katleho. That is correct. Natalia as well, I see you are adding 96 to 2 to get 98. So Asanda as well has just called, got 98 as well. So basically, that is how you proceed. Right, I think this brings us to the end of our flow diagram here. I wanted us to arrange this algebraic expressions in the past. And today, I want us to use these algebraic expressions to find the actual value of the expression when x is -5. So in other words, I want us to substitute. We need to learn how to substitute the correct values in the equation. So basically that is what we need, just to substitute the correct values. We need to now substitute. By the way, before you substitute, you can even simplify. You can start by simplifying, there's no problem there. Just simplify your expression. Let's simplify the expressions. right? Tinashe says the first one you'll have 3x plus 6, and Tlandla is also talking about 2x. I see there you also have times 3x. I'm not sure, but let's go back to Tinashe. If you break your bracket, you'll have 2x plus 6, and 2x plus x is 3x. Yes, Tinashe Ngube, wonderful. That is the correct answer there. If you have to write the shortest possible equivalent of the expression. So basically, what Tinashe has done, Tinashe was able to multiply 2 by x in order to get 2x. And then 2 times 3, of course, gives you 6. So if you collect or group the like terms, you will see that x and 2x are the like terms. Therefore, you group them together, x and 2x, they give you 2x, 3x, sorry, and then you can just simply add them together to get 3x. If you add x and 2x, you get 3x. So 3x plus 6 is the answer there, right? I will demonstrate it for you, Ntantla. I've heard you that you can't see the thing properly. We will just have to write it down at some point, and I'm going to do that. I'm sure you can now see it properly. Can you see it, Ntantla? This is x plus 2 open bracket, x plus 3. And then you close your bracket. And the way you go about it is you firstly have to break the bracket. Then the bracket, of course, will be 2x plus 6. 2 times x is 2x, and then 2 times 3 is 6. All right. So 6 will be the correct answer there. So remember that x plus 2x gives you 3x. And then 3x plus 6. All right. 3x plus 6. Right. I'm sure you have seen this is how we proceed with it. And then the next one, you can also tell that we simply have to break the bracket and thereafter collect the like terms. 5 into 4x plus 3, and then plus 5x. And this becomes 20x plus 15 plus 5x. Then it should be very clear at this point that all that you need to do is to collect the like terms. Cesar, I see you have collected the like terms. 20x plus 5x gives you 25x. And of course, the constant there will be 15. So I do hope that you are now able to just, simplify and write it in the shortest possible form. 1.3 as well. Can we simplify that? 5 into x plus 5. You close your bracket into plus 3 into 2x plus 1. Then you close your bracket again. Can we carry on? Right. Tinashe says 11x plus 28. I see Cesar has got 5x plus 25 plus 6x plus 3. Ntlantla, that's Ntlantla, by the way. As well as, yes, Ntlantla, I agree with you. If you just collect the like terms there, Ntlantla, you'll see that when you add 5x and 6x, you get 11x. And of course, if you add 25 and 3, you'll definitely get 28. So Natalie and Leslie there. Natalie, can you just double check the last number there, which is the constant? I see your variables are also correct. You have 11x, and then Tlanta finally says 11x plus 28. Yes. Natalie also says 11x, and then there should be a plus there, 11x plus 28. Thank you, Natalie, that's correct. And that is why we demonstrate these things also in the 1.3 expression, which we have just worked out. You can see that the first things first, you just break the bracket. The number that is outside the bracket must be used to demonstrate the relationship in terms of multiplication. So you just multiply 5 by x to get 5x, and then you multiply 5 by 5 to get 25, and then followed by 3 open bracket 2x plus 1. So you multiply 3 times 2 is 6, and of course 3 times 1 is 3. So you'll get 3 there. And then 5x plus 25 plus 6x plus 3. Once again, 5x plus 6x will give you 11x. And then 25 plus 3 gives you 28. So I hope that you have managed to learn something from that one. The last, not the last one, but the 1.4 just before the last one. I hope that you are writing down these solutions somewhere, because we are going to come back to these solutions to find the values, you know, if we are given an X value there. Right, Tinashe Ngube says x to the power of 2 plus 10x plus 25. Tinashe, and then you are followed by Natalie, who has 10 plus x, or I see Natalie plus x2 there, or x squared rather. Natalie says she's lost. It's not a train smash, Natalie. What you simply do is just to demonstrate that you can write this bracket twice. 5 plus x, that bracket squared, means you are just multiplying 5 plus x by itself, as you can see in the equation. So basically what you need to do is to multiply 5 plus x by itself, and then 5 times 5, as you can see, 5 times 5 is 25, and then 5 times x is 5x. Again, you multiply x by 5 to get 5x, and the last one will be x times x, which is x squared. So you have 25 plus, if you add 5x and 5x, you get 10x. That is the collection of like terms. And then, of course, you also have x squared. So basically, you have got 25 plus 10x plus x squared. 25 plus 10x plus x squared. So basically, that is what you have. And then that will be the final expression. And the last one, before we can start to replace our values, the last one there, which is 1.5. As I know that it looks complicated, but it is doable. You can do this. You can be able to do this. Right, the next one, of course, just to demonstrate, like I said, it may look very complicated, but it is not, in the sense that all that you need to do is to now break the bracket once again. And of course, if you multiply negative 3 by x squared, you get negative 3x squared. And the next one, you can see now you have to multiply negative 3 and positive 2, which is 2x there. Remember that negative times positive gives you negative. That is what you'll have. That is what you have there. And of course, what is important, you should be able to carry on just to pursue the multiplication. Negative 3 by negative 3 gives you positive 9. So at this point, you can see you do the same with the other bracket, and thereafter you collect the like terms. Remember, negative 3x squared plus 3x squared. Those are the like terms, and then they will cancel each other. And then you'll be left with 12x minus 6x, which would be 6x, and then plus 9. So the final answer will be 6x plus 9. So now that, okay, I see Cesar, you say negative 3x squared plus 24x plus 6. Okay, negative 3x squared plus 24x plus 6. Okay, and then, of course, all right, then I realized the mistake that we've made. Yes, so once you are at this point now, you should be able to use these different algebraic expressions, to find the correct value. And by the way, you can use this for any value of x. But in our case, we are now going to use, x, the value there. We need to evaluate these expressions. So basically, these are the same expressions, but now we simply have to use x. We must find the value of the expression when x is negative 5. So like I said to you, I hope that you wrote them down, and then you can be able to now check what will be the value of the first one. For instance, the first one here was 3x plus 6. So what will be the value of this expression when x is negative 5? So where there is x, you are going to put a bracket and then negative 5, and then you close the bracket. So it will be 3 open bracket, negative 5, and then you close the bracket plus 6. So it's 3 open bracket, -5, and then you close the bracket, plus 6. So 3 times -5 is -15. And then -15 plus 6 is -9. Remember that you can't subtract a bigger number from a smaller number without getting a negative sign, or rather a negative number. I hope that it makes sense. I hope that it does. So if x is -5, then this is how you'll proceed. Remember that we have shown you we have just done it there. In the initial phase, you don't have to simplify the expression. You can just put even 5 from the original expression. But in our case here, we've shown you first that if it is simplified, it becomes better, it becomes easier. It becomes easy for you to work with a simplified algebraic expression. Right. And then we now have to show that we can use it even in the second expression. And of course, we had 25x plus 15. If you can remember, it was answered by Tinashe, amongst other people. So if x is -5, then you multiply 25 by -5, and then of course you add -5. So x is equal to 5. Then 25 times -5. And then, of course, you add 15 to get -120. I saw your question, Lesedi. I'm just going to answer you. I will dedicate some of the remaining times to the test, just to take you through what we need to do in terms of today's test. I will explain it thoroughly before we finish with our lesson. And then the next one you can see again, 11x plus 28. Once more, you just substitute -5. If you multiply that by 11, you get -55 plus 28. Once more, when you subtract a bigger number from a smaller number, the results will be negative because by all means, it is impossible to subtract a big number from a smaller number. So you are going to have a negative number. So -27 will be the answer there, as you can see. And then we will do the same with the next one. You remember 5 plus x all squared? Once again, you can see that if you substitute -5 for x, you'll get 0 there. So 5 minus 5 is 0. So 0 squared. 0 squared. So 0 is the answer there. So 0 is the answer. And then 0 will be the answer. So there we are. We have 5 plus -5. And then, of course, 5 plus -5 will give you 0. So basically, that is what you have. And then, even if you put it in that equation, you remember, I think Tinashe was the one who got the correct expression, which was 25 plus 10x, and then plus x squared. So even if you put it in that equation, 25 plus 10x plus x squared, you'll see that it will lead you to 0. All right, it will definitely lead you to 0. Remember, x squared, 5 squared is 25, and then 10 times 5 is 50. So, you'll have 25 plus 25, which is 50. Then you'll have minus 50 there, which is 0. And then the last one holds as well. We just did the last one, which is 6x plus 9. That is the last expression. That is the last expression that we have done. Once again, you can tell that if you substitute x, which is equal to -5, you get 6 into -5 plus 9. Remember that 6 times -5 is -30. And -30 plus 9, once again, you are subtracting a bigger number from a smaller number. And of course, this will be a -21. -21 will be the answer. Right. We can simplify this whenever we have the time. Just to collect the like terms once again, you can group the like terms together, and then you can have the expression. We can do that even starting with the first one is fine. If we could, we can start with the first one. Just to show that you can just group the like terms. Obviously, in the first category there, 4x plus 7x will be 11x. Then 3 minus 8 is -5. So you have 11x minus 5. That is the first one. You have 11x minus 5 will be the very first. So you do the same with the next one. Who can tell me now 1.2? What will be the answer there if you group the like terms? You're welcome to use the group chat, or just to raise a hand is fine. As we revise this work, 7x plus 3 plus 9x minus 6. Can we group the like terms together and tell me what is the correct answer? I see, Lesedi, I'm coming to you. I saw your question. Right, and Tantla says it will be 10x plus 9x minus 6. Right, let's see. In 1.2, 7x, remember, Tantla, it will be 7x plus 9x. And if you add 7 and 9, you will get 16. So it will be 16x, and then 3 minus 6 is -3. So it will be 16x minus 3. I hope you didn't add, you can't just add 7 and 3, Lesedi. In fact, in Tlantla, you can't add 7 and 3 to get 10. Remember, they are not like terms. 7x has a variable, just an expression there, it's a monomial. And then 3 is it's not a monomial, but a constant. So you can add a constant as well as a symbol. The two can be added together. Right, I see the city says 16 times, or 16x minus 3. Yes, great, 16x minus 3. Even Tlantla supports Lesedi to say 16x minus 3. I fully agree with you, Lesedi, and Tlantla, I fully agree with you there. Let's now proceed to 1.3. Right, and Natalie says 5x plus 25. Great. How did you find it, Natalie? Lesedi, I see you also say 5x plus 25. Wonderful. I assume that you multiplied 5 by x to get 5x. And then 5 times 3 is 15. And 15 plus 25, in fact, 15 plus 10 rather, is 25. I agreed. Perfect. Great. Can we now go to 1.4? Let's go to 1.4. Right, in 1.4, again, the like terms is 11x and 5x. So if you add the two together, you will get 16x. And then we also have 3 and negative 3. Remember, if you add 3 and as well as negative 3, this will give you 0. So Ntlantla and Lesedi and Tinashe as well, you found 16x. Great, 16x is the correct answer there. So 16x is the right answer. Can we now move to the next one now? Without any waste of time. Let's move to the next one. Nine into 4x plus 3. Plus 2 into 6x minus 7. So basically, this is the expression that we have. 9 into 4x plus 3 into plus 2 into 6x minus 7. So basically, you multiply 9 by 4. The number that 9 by 2 is 18. So 9 times 4 will be 36x. So you'll have 36x. And then 9 times 3 is 27. Plus 27. And then 2 times 6 is 12. So you'll have 12x minus 14. Remember that if you multiply 2 by negative 7, you get 14. So this is basically what the expression will look like. And then after, you can just group the like terms together. And then, of course, you'll have 27 minus 14. So basically, once you group the like terms together, you'll have 36x plus 12x plus 27 minus 14. And then if you add 36 and 14, what do you get? You definitely get 48x. Remember, and then 27 minus 14. Seven minus 4 there is 3, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So you have 13 there. So 48x plus 13 will be the correct answer in our case. So this brings us to the closure of our lesson in the form of revision. So what I'm going to do now is just to take you through what we need in as far as the test is concerned. I do hope that you will be able to find the link. I'm not so sure if the host will share the link with us, or alternatively, I can send you to our link. It will be in our website, the Africa Team Geeks website. I'm just going to type it for you there. Africa Team Geeks. .co.za. So the website will be www.africateamgeeks. Let me put in the other E. Africa Team Geeks. Yes, Africa Team Geeks. .co.za. So this is where the test is. And then about the test, all right, Asanda, please go ahead. Asanda, please go ahead. Okay, and the test, as you can see, I've just given you one of the instructions there. The test should be submitted before 10 p.m. today. So you can access this test online, and then you can just take the time. It's up to you. If you feel that you are ready, I can advise you not to wait until 10 p.m. for your submission. Rather, work on the test and submit as soon as possible before 10 p.m. That is the maths test for grade 8. We should be able to see, I want to see if I can be able to show you the actual link of how the test will look like, or in fact, how you will be able to see the test, basically. I'm just gonna go to my website there, just the Gmail account, just to demonstrate how you should be able to find the link. All right, I'm just gonna show you now. Just in a minute, and then you should be able to see the link when you get it. But if you struggle, please do not hesitate to inform me at any time. So if you are struggling, please don't hesitate to tell me if you cannot get the test. I'm just gonna show you how the link should be once you get into your website. Because I've got it here in the email. So in the next 2 minutes, you should be able to see how you're going to get your test. Right. It looks like we are now facing some. Right. Basically, I wanted to show you how it will look like, but it doesn't. I don't seem to find it here on the screen. I don't seem to find it here on the screen. I'm sure even the network is becoming a problem. But nevertheless, let us go into our link, the one that I've sent you. I'm talking about the website www.africateengeeks.co.za, and then we should be able to find our test there. My email address, if you are struggling, if you want to email me and you are struggling to find the test, maybe you can just email it at makaneta.hm@gmail.com. Sorry. Just ignore the previous one there. It's makaneta.hm@gmail.com. Not so. So it will be makaneta.hm@gmail.com. So if you want to email me there, and then you can just email me there. Alternatively, send a WhatsApp as well. You can just send me a WhatsApp if you can't get hold of the test. Then we can take it from there. But I've given you the link. The link should be there under projects, www.africateengeeks.co.za. Let's end it here. Please make sure that you submit your test before the time. I see that I didn't give everybody my phone number. I'm putting it again there. I realized that it was put on in one of the learners. Right. To everyone, you can send a WhatsApp to 082-623-2148 or makaneta.hm@gmail.com. That is the way you can reach me. If you cannot find the test, please tell me as soon as you can so that we can find a way to help you out. And by the way, submission before 10. So you need to submit before 10 p.m. tonight. Do not wait until it is 10 and then now start to submit. Just make sure that at least you submit as soon as possible. This lesson, once again, was brought to you by the STEM Digital School in partnership with Sasol Foundation. Until we meet again tomorrow, thank you very much.